Hey everybody, it's your boy GARDNSOUND here. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite plugins that I use, and I think most of these are under $10, and some of them are even free. I'm going to be linking down below to where you can purchase or download all of these plugins. Also, one more thing before I get into today's video, I've had a lot of criticism recently for not getting into the video quick enough, and I would just like to go ahead and take a moment and address those people. Go yourself! Just get out there and go yourselves. And while you're at it, I'd like to go ahead and share some information with you. Did you know that below every YouTube video, there's a little red scroll bar where you can scrub the timeline of a video? So if I don't get directly into the meat of the thing you're trying to click on the video to see, you can just go scrub that bar. Just go scrub away. Scrub until it's clean. Scrub that timeline. Find your spot. Quit wasting your own life because you're not wasting my life down in the comments section. All that's doing is giving me more engagement. So thanks for the engagement. Go yourselves and learn how to use the scrub feature. This is a totally free service to you, and you have the freedom to either watch or not watch. Shout out to my patrons who support me on Patreon. You guys are the OGs. Let's move right into it. All right, so check it out. We've got two groups of plugins here. This first one is called free plugins, and the second one is called less than $20. We're going to start with the free plugins. Now, most of these plugins actually apply to vocals, but they can be applied to numerous things, right? You don't have to have Wider or Valhalla Freak Echo or OTT on vocals, but I just chose this vocal sample to demonstrate what they do. In fact, I could take OTT and apply it to the less than $20 group here, and it would probably sound a little bit better, but we're going to get into that in a minute. So, we have distinct plugins here. Free plugins, all these are free. The first one is called Wider. This is by a company called Polyverse, teaming up with Infected Mushroom. This is a singular plugin, one function thing out of a larger plugin that they also sell. And what this is it's phaseless stereo widening, meaning that if you sum this up down to mono, you're going to get the same type of noise in terms of phasing that you would if this thing was widened all the way up. I'm not exactly sure how it works, and at the risk of sounding like DJ Carnage here, I'm going to just leave it right there and refer you to their website, which I've linked below, along with the rest of these plugins. Check out what effect this has on a track. There you go. Now, I've just selected this particular vocal sample because I'm kind of into this sound right now. This is some sort of a sacred chant. It's a pretty awesome little riff there. So that's what Wider does. Again, that's by Polyverse. Go check them out. This is Vocal Doubler. This is by Isotope. Now, what Vocal Doubler does is similar to Wider, but not exactly the same. So check it out. This actually does apply some phase, and you can definitely hear it when we go ahead and turn it on. So check it out. Now, what it also does is separation and variation. And you can use and click and drag these numbers over here instead of this wheel. I find that it actually works better if you use these numbers here on the left. Check it out. We'll start with separation, and then we'll start with variation. Now that effect is similar to what Wider does, but where Vocal Doubler really shines is this variation option. Listen to this. I think that's pretty neat. Okay, let's move on to GSnap. Now, I've done an entire video on this thing, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about how it works, but I do need to make the discrepancy that there's a snap to MIDI input option right here, meaning that I could write out a MIDI line and send that MIDI information to this plugin on its channel, and it would accept the note command and train the actual vocal or whatever is being auto-tuned to that specific MIDI line. This only works on Windows. There's not an option for snap to MIDI input for the Mac version of this plugin. Sorry, Mac users. That's a Windows-only feature. But what this is it's basically a free auto-tune. Now, this is a dope plugin that I've used before. I've used this one, Wider, and Vocal Doubler heavily on my WMcW mixtape, which I'll also link to below if you'd like to see that. Those are all YouTube videos you can check out, or Spotify if you feel like supporting with that particular streaming service. Yeah, but this is GSnap. I'm going to link to a video I did below if you want to check out more of GSnap. Okay, Valhalla Freak Echo. This is an awesome plugin, and what it does is it shifts the frequency of the feedback of a delay, similar to Ableton's Echo, but slightly better, and you get way more sound design potential out of this thing than you do with Ableton's Echo, in my opinion. Now, you can combine the two to get some really crazy phasing. We're not going to do that here, but just know that you could try that out. If you've never heard of Valhalla DSP, go check out their website. Again, links to all these things in the description down below. Check out this thing. Yeah, endless sound design potential with this guy. It's very intuitive, very easy to use. Go check it out. All right, finally, OTT, the last of my free plugins. This is actually famous for being part of the synthesizer serum. If you click the multi-band option on the compressor effect, you get basically an OTT built in there. This is made by X4 Records, the same company that makes Serum. And it's just a general use, over the top, right? That's what OTT stands for. Multi-band upwards and downwards compressor, as it says right here. That's exactly what it is. There's kind of a boiled down version of that. Do not use this in place of Ableton's multi-band. They don't do the same thing. This thing is way more turned up than that. So if you want a subtle amount of multi-band, don't use this. It's not subtle at all. I'll do an A/B real quick so you can hear what I'm saying. Not subtle at all. All right, let's move on down here. I have two plugins that are less than 20 bucks. Now, at times, these plugins have actually been $1 or $5, depending on the sale. So keep these on your radar if you want to get a deal on these. They go on sale all the time over on Plugin Boutique. I'm not going to put my affiliate link down below for Plugin Boutique because these particular things aren't on sale, and I don't really want to get into a sponsorship in this video. But I am sometimes affiliated by Plugin Boutique, not for this particular video. Check out Vacuum Pro. What I've done is I've harmonized this really awesome Indian chant here, and the chords I've applied to it are really crunchy and 7th-y, 9th-y kind of things. So I'm pretty proud of them. Let's see here how the setting is with both Vacuum Pro and Expand 2. Yeah, it's kind of a crunchy, kind of fun setting there. Vacuum Pro is an analog emulation of synthesizers using these tube triodes instead of transistors. So you get this crazy sort of kind of crunchy, analog, warm sound out of it that, in my opinion, is pretty effective. You can really hear it on that filter cutoff. Listen to this. Yeah, that one's nice. And this is Expand 2. Expand 2 is a general purpose sort of preset sound design fodder. It's not exactly very flexible, right? It's kind of a dumb synth, meaning that it doesn't give you all of the options that you'd get if you opened Massive or something and designed these presets yourself. But it gives you enough to sort of start from somewhere. And for those of you who are familiar with my show, you know that this synthesizer has come in the clutch so many times. So I cannot knock its utility. However, it's not massive. There's not the same capabilities that this has or Zebra 2, but it still is only 20 bucks. So there you go. It's $19.99. So technically, yes, it is less than $20. Ha 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 ha. I will link to these on Plugin Boutique down below if you're interested in downloading them. Anyway, guys, that's going to take care of it for me today. I promise I'm going to get back to some how to makes pretty soon. I know that is kind of the channel's focus. But things have been kind of falling apart in my life, and so I'm trying to get things back together so that I can actually sit down and spend time on those. They do take a bit longer to make. But anyway, as always, my name is Garden Sound, and if this was helpful, awesome. And if this wasn't, you can go